Alright guys, we've got some brand new Dragon Quest Monsters 4, the Withered World news coming from Famitsu.com. Technically tomorrow, because, you know, Japan. It reveals and talks about the main villain of the game. It talks about what the objective of the story is. Obviously, we know we have to get a plant in order to save Bianca and Nera's fathers, but as you can see in the trailers, the Kingdom of Witherwood is not doing so hot. So you got to get to the bottom of what's causing these issues so that the plant that you need to save your fathers can be regrown, harvested, and brought back to save their parents. If you enjoy Dragon Quest content like top 10 videos, reviews, guides, and news, please remember to like, subscribe, turn notifications to all so you don't miss the next video. You can also hype the video to help others find it, and if you want to help the channel financially, be sure to join the channel and become a Dragon Warrior today. Now let's get into it. Alright, so this comes from Famitsu.com. We're going to be talking about a revealed villain, what's causing the Kingdom of Witherwood to decay, and how we can save it. The article starts off saying, let's save the Withered World from the power of darkness. The country of Witherwood, which Bianca and Nera visit in the game, was once a lush green country that had been protected by the sacred bird. However, it has been corrupted by the power of darkness, and various strange events are occurring in various places. With the help of the people we meet along the way, we face the creeping clutches of a demon. Let me know down in the comments who you think this sacred bird might be. Could it be Ramia? What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Now, I just want to warn you, this is all going to be kind of direct translated from Japanese, so some of the names may change. The names that I already know, I'm just changing to what they're called in English, but some of these names are probably not going to be the same. I can almost guarantee the villain name is not going to be the same in English. In Japanese, his name is Gurugoma, and he is the leader of the demon world who appears out of nowhere. He is a showrunner in the demon world who has scattered magic carved stones all over the place for unknown reasons. He frequently appears before the main characters. And then it goes on to talk about the King of Witherwood, the king who wishes for the restoration of Witherwood's country, guides the protagonists on their adventures. He's a dignified and reliable monarch, but he also has a playful side that can bring peace to those around him. Again, I talked about this in prior Dragon Quest Monsters 4 videos, but this really feels like it's harkening back to the first two Dragon Quest Monsters games where you have to save the kingdom of like Great Log or whatever, right? You're dealing with the king here, you're saving the kingdom of Witherwood, and it really brings back that classic Dragon Quest Monsters feel to me so far, and I think a lot of people are going to be looking forward to that because there are a lot of Dragon Quest Monsters fans that don't play the regular Dragon Quest games and are just huge Dragon Quest Monsters fans. And then we finally got a name for that little boy character that was kind of in the background of the promotional poster and all that. In Japanese, his name is Eda, and he's a dashing boy you meet in the castle of Witherwood country. He calls himself a legendary genius monster master and acts alongside, I believe his name in English now is Scruffy, but it's Waraboo if you've played the old Dragon Quest Monsters games on the Game Boy and Game Boy Color. Ada exudes a senior-like aura towards the protagonists and their group. And then of course it goes on to talk about Waraboo himself, aka Scruffy, and describes him as a mischievous spirit from Malta. He is the partner of the young Ada and likes to show off. Explore vast fields in search of new discoveries. Bianca and Nera travel to various regions based in the country of Kalechi. Each regional field is made up of multiple areas with different climates, and each area offers a variety of unique expressions. Each field contains dungeons such as towers and caves, and you may encounter powerful monsters with powerful auras. Explore the fields full of discoveries. And then they show off the different locations and types of locations that are going to be explorable in the game. There's like a grassland where it's like raining, it's like a nice marshland. Each area has different monsters, weather, and climates. There's a winter area which has a tower full of icicles atop a snowy mountain. This is interesting because not only are you going to have like these different parts of the world that have different ecosystems and are going to have special monsters and designs, but each location, it looks like, is going to have their own dungeons. So that's pretty cool. You'll also come across those monsters I mentioned earlier with the red aura, which are going to be monsters that are much more formidable than regular monsters you'd encounter in the area. But if you can recruit them and tame them, your party's going to become a lot stronger immediately. I do like when JRPGs do this. They give you an opportunity to fight bigger, stronger monsters in earlier areas to prove yourself, and if you can prove yourself, you benefit greatly from it. I also know of a lot of people who watch this channel and are big fans of the sea dog monster. This screenshot here confirms that sea dogs are going to be in the game, so I imagine you guys are super stoked to find out that. There's also little towers and stuff like that. It goes on to say the Taibok region has an exotic atmosphere with bamboo forests and rice fields. Apparently somewhere in this area there's a mechanical mansion full of devices that misleads visitors. The Taiju region is characterized by its colorful land, lush with giant vegetables and fruits. You can also jump on top of large cabbages or pumpkins and explore that way. You can use the sacred bird watering can to revitalize the Tree of Life. Throughout your journey, you'll find roots of the Tree of Life and flowers of the Tree of Life, but they lost their vitality due to the power of darkness. Use the holy watering can you get on your adventure to revitalize tree roots and flowers. Once you find roots of the Tree of Life, it's time for the Sacred Bird's watering can. The roots of the Tree of Life can be regenerated to become what appears to be zoom bases, and monsters can be restored and swapped out here, it looks like. It also seems like these are going to be like zoom points where you're going to be able to zoom to. At the root of the Tree of Life, other monster masters and masters from other countries may challenge you to battles to test your skills. If you win, you receive rewards, so be sure to challenge them often. This is another thing that people were missing in Dragon Quest Monsters 3: The Dark Prince. There was no battles between monster masters or monster wranglers, whatever you want to call them, outside of the arena or Coliseum. It looks like they're back here in Dragon Quest Monsters 4, so again, if you're a fan of the classic Dragon Quest Monsters games, this is going to be right up your alley. You'll also find buds of the Tree of Life's flowers that are waiting to bloom, and if you allow them to bloom, it'll help your adventure with its formidable power. If you splash the water on a thorny bush, sometimes monsters will appear. You'll get useful items for your adventure, and rare monsters can spawn, so be sure to use the Holy Bird's watering can at all points of interest. And that's about it. So we learned who the villain is. There's this demon going around with these magic stones that are kind of sucking the life out of the land, and it appears as if we have to put a stop to this guy, put an end to these magical stones, either destroy them or get rid of them, and restore the roots of the world tree or the Witherwood, whatever you want to call it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Are you glad to have these aspects of the classic Dragon Quest Monsters games back? Like battles between monster wranglers and actually like working for a king to restore his kingdom. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think of the new details on these new characters and the designs of them. I really like the look of this demon guy. He just looks menacing as heck. You Sea Dog fans, be sure to sign off down in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to like, subscribe, turn notifications to all so you don't miss the next video. You can also hype the video to help out the channel and help others find it. And if you want to help the channel financially, be sure to join the channel and become a Dragon Warrior today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.